Hello, everyone. My name is Detective Andrew Law, and today we will be discussing who the UA traitor is. And now, you may be wondering, who possibly could the UA traitor be? Is he a student? A teacher? Well, let me tell you, the UA traitor is the most despicable, most despised, most wretched, most hated, most disgusting creature in the world of my hero. And who that person may be is, well, isn't it obvious? Is she Kuroi? Or Oreo? What? Who else could it be? Anyways, hello everyone, my name is Andrew Chapman, and today we will be discussing who the UA traitor is in My Hero Academia. And really, there could be only one person. As I said, I believe that it is Shihei Kuroi. And based off recent developments, I'm here to explain to you why he is the UA traitor. But first, I'm going to give you reasons why we believe that there is a traitor. And two main reasons are the USJ attack, as well as the summer camp arc where the villains attack the students. And these two are important key roles in why we think that there is a traitor, because with the USJ, somehow the villains were able to infiltrate UA in an exact spot where they thought that All Might was be, meaning that they had an idea of where he was, and the only way they would have known that is if they had infiltrated the school. And this is only backed up through the second attack at the summer camp, because the only people that knew of that location was the wild pussycats, the teachers at UA, and the students. So now we know that there has to be a traitor. And for this traitor, I have 3 criteria that if a person falls into these categories, they are most likely to be the traitor. And when it comes to the person I have chosen, which is Shihei, he is the most likely person to do so. So I'll explain the categories. The first one is a combination of their history, their motives, flashbacks, and their background. Because when it comes to characters that we can just eliminate off the back, it is ones that we have backstory for. And even if it's not very deep, we can also gather their motivations as well as their history. And this is important because when it comes to the traitor, we're not going to know a lot about them. We're going to know enough, we're going to know about the personality, but we're not going to know about the history and where they came from, because if we did, then we would know that they are the traitor. We have seen this with villains, such as Shigaraki, as well as Twice, where we've seen them in flashbacks, and we've seen them in those flashbacks become villains. While with the heroes, such as Deku and Bakugo, we know that they can't be the traitor because we know their backstory and we know their motives. And as I said for the traitor, we're not going to know their motives, history, or background, because tying into the second part of it, we will not know their connections as well. And these connections would include people within the class, as well as people outside the school. So this eliminates a few other people as well, such as Kaminari and Ashido, as well as President Mike and Hasawa. And they have connections with each other outside of school. And this is important to know because they would be within those groups. If you knew someone outside of UA, you would know who they are as a person and have a vague understanding of their personality. And a drastic change in that could set people off. Because when the students eventually know that there is a traitor, they're going to immediately point out people who have had history together. And if someone were to say, oh yeah, he acts very differently, he would be singled out as the traitor. And my third point that I want to bring up to help understand why Shihei is the traitor is the abilities. Because when it comes to the abilities and quirks, they have to make sense within the scale of being a villain. Because the villain's quirks are very, for the most part, evil. And they must be able to be used and take advantage of to help with infiltration. So this also eliminates Vlad King, because even though he has a blood-based quirk, that would be very helpful and could be used and abused by Toga. Toga did not join the League of Villains until after USJ, meaning that unless Black King was already in charge of them, it was already associated with them during the USJ, then it's highly unlikely that he is the UA traitor. Now, with this information provided to you, and before I get into that, checking in everyone else, if you're still with me, here are some more boots. They're nice. A little perverted as well. But anyway, the reason why Shihei fits these criteria perfectly is because, A, we have not seen his backstory. We kind of know his personality, but we don't know his motives. And you may be saying, well, that can be said about a lot about the students in Class 1B, but the thing is, there are very few people who have the idea of like the personality of a villain, because he is sly and he is deceptive, which are key characteristics of villains, and not many characters within there are show off that criteria. And second of all, it comes to the connections. As far as we know, he has no connections with people inside the class or outside the class. The only connection that he really has had is with Tokoyami, and that puts an even bigger target on him, because Tokoyami knows Hawks, who, for what we know, is a double agent for the League of Villains. So, so it just makes poetic justice that Shihei would be the UA traitor, because he is a parallel to Tokoyami, as well as being Hawks is Tokoyami's mentor, who is also a traitor. Basically, Hawks is a traitor for the League of Villains, and a parallel to that is the parallel between Tokoyami and Shihei being a traitor of the heroes. But the most important piece of evidence is their abilities. He has not only the perfect ability for a villain, he has the perfect ability for infiltration and transmission of information, because his quirk allows him to merge with black, meaning that he can merge with anything that's black. He can merge with shadows, meaning that he can infiltrate the shadows of the teachers and learn that information and transmit it to the League of Villains. And not only that, during the summer camp arc where the villains invaded, it was in pure darkness. Tokoyami lost control, but Shihei was in a perfect scenario to not only be able to transmit the information back to the League of Villains, but could have met up with them and we would have never known. And that cannot really be said about any other person at UA besides him. So with this information that I have given you, shut up, computer! With that information that I have given you, I believe that Shihei Kuraori is the UA traitor. And with that, I'd like to thank y'all for listening to my theory. For the most part, this is a theory that I've come up by myself. I haven't really seen a lot of people do it, but if you have, I'm glad you did. We're on the same page. And with that, I have two more things I want to say before I end this video. One of them is, Tekken, you see these boobs? Yeah, I was actually one of the very few people within your live stream that said, hey, you should do a best boobs in One Piece. So, there we go. That's why there are boobs in this video. And second of all, you remember when you did that Q&A with Casey during the Christmas time, and someone told you to slap Casey, and for Casey to slap you? That was me. I'm so sorry about that. And now you have a face to fit the action that's changed your life forever. You're welcome. And with that out of the way, I'd like to say catch y'all later, and peace, love, and happiness. Goodbye for now. What? You see, it was supposed to go over the camera and like make it dark, so there's been eyeballs on this shadow. I did this on purpose. But anyway, catch y'all guys later. What?